Welcome to the court's January 2026 swearing-in ceremony. Please keep your audio muted throughout the ceremony. If you wish to follow the speaker, you may want to set your view to speaker view. Mr. Jason LeVay, Chief Deputy Clerk, will offer opening remarks.
Good morning, everyone. Congratulations on reaching this milestone in your legal careers. Again, my name is Jason LeVay. I'm the Chief Deputy Clerk of the Court, and I'll be administering the oath to everyone today. During that time, I'll ask everyone to use the word swear. If you have any objection, you can substitute that word for affirm. When taking the oath, I'll ask, please stand, raise your right hand, and when you finish taking the oath, you can sit down and I'll remind you at that time. So again, congratulations, and we'll get started shortly.
You're muted, Sydney.
My apologies. The Honorable Judge Glickman will offer introductory remarks.
The courtroom clerk will now open the courtroom.
Good morning, and to all who are in attendance, either in person or remotely, welcome to the District of Columbia Court of Appeals. I am Senior Judge Stephen Glickman, and I am presiding at this virtual ceremony to rule on a weighty motion. A motion which will be presented by a representative of this court's Committee on Admissions, requesting the admission of new members to the District of Columbia Bar. I know that many of the prospective new members who are presumably with bated breath and great hope, awaiting the ruling on that motion. I know that many of you are accompanied by friends and family who have helped you along the way and enthusiastically support your admission. To those folks, I want to say that this court too is appreciative and grateful for all you have done to help the new admittees get to this stage. And the court is very glad you could be here today as important witnesses of what is to come. And of course, I and my colleagues are highly appreciative as well of all the hard work our admissions committee and staff have devoted to review and process the applications and get us to this point. So it is always a happy occasion when this court has the chance to welcome new members to the bar of the District of Columbia. And to dispel any undue suspense or last-minute anxiety, I can tell you at the outset of this proceeding that the court already has carefully considered the motion for admittance, and on the court's behalf, I fully intend to grant the motion forthwith and permit the new admittees to take their oaths and be inducted today into the bar of this court. I shall have a bit more to say to you shortly about that, but without further ado, I shall now recognize Ms. Ilea Welch, staff attorney for the court's Committee on Admissions, who will formally make the motion on behalf of the new admittees. Ms. Welch.
Good morning and congratulations on your admission. On behalf of the Committee on Admissions for the District of Columbia Court of Appeals, I, Ilea Welch, staff attorney for the Committee on Admissions for the District of Columbia Court of Appeals, move the admission to the bar of this court, the applicants whose names appear on the attached list and who have satisfied the requirements for admission to the bar of this court. On behalf of the Committee on Admissions, I certify to the court that these applicants possess the necessary qualifications for admission to the bar. Thank you, Judge Glickman.
Thank you, Ms. Welch. The motion is unopposed. And on behalf of the Court of Appeals, I hereby grant it. Mr. LeVay, as Chief Deputy Clerk of the Court, would you please proceed to administer the oath to the new admittees? And I believe you're muted, Mr. LeVay.
I am indeed. Could everyone please stand, raise your right hand, and repeat after me? I state your name, do solemnly swear that as a member of the bar of this court, I will demean myself uprightly and according to law, and that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you, Mr. LeVay. And to all the new members of the District of Columbia Bar, congratulations and a hearty welcome. But before you throw your hats into the air, I have a few brief words I want to say about what awaits you. First, whether this is your first bar admission or not, let it be said that you have worked very hard and you've come a long way in life to reach this point, and you deserve a lot of credit for your achievements along the way. After at least 7 years of higher education, years that included the grueling experience of law school, years in which you grew and distinguished yourselves, at the end of which you coped with the humiliation of studying hard for the bar exam, realizing only then, I am sure, how much they didn't bother to teach you in law school. And you took and passed it. And many of you are already distinguishing yourselves and performing a valuable public service in the legal profession. We know that your family members and your friends are very proud of you, and I and my fellow judges are proud of you too. But second, all that is a mere prelude to what is to come next for you. I mean, of course, your future careers in what is commonly referred to as the learned profession of the law, and the consequent lifelong change in your status, your privileges, your duties as a citizen in our society. To become a member of the so-called learned profession of the law does not necessarily mean you actually are all that learned at this stage of your careers in either the law or in life. And in fact, the key point is that you will never, ever be or feel truly learned enough, and you shouldn't ever feel that way. Rather, you should make it your business throughout your legal career and your life to keep on learning diligently and with an open mind. That is what is entailed in being admitted to a learned profession and what is required of you to succeed in that profession. That said, I also want to highlight the change being a lawyer entails in your societal role and responsibilities. Our society places enormous trust in lawyers, and as lawyers, you will never stop having to earn that trust. Lawyers have truly an exalted status in our society. Think of it. Clients will come to you, often in desperation and nowhere else to turn, for guidance in their most important affairs. They will confide their secrets and private concerns and worries to you. They will place their faith in you and rely on your work and advice. They will entrust you with their property and wealth, and so on. And under our laws, our society, the government, and your fellow citizens will expect you to fulfill that sensitive role and its demanding duties, and will respect you for doing so. Our society will, for example, honor your privilege to keep your clients' confidences and secrets, and to furnish them with confidential legal advice, and to speak and act on behalf of your clients in manifold ways, and to handle their finances and other legal responsibilities that will fall to you. All that is true, of course, so long as you adhere to the rules and live up to the expectations. It is your duty, and it is expected, that you will carry out your weighty responsibilities with integrity, probity, and rectitude, and with care and appropriate zeal. I have no doubt at all that you will. So get ready to work hard, even harder than you have ever worked until now. And a word of advice: while I know you've already had some training in legal ethics, that is a large and sometimes difficult body of law. I earnestly encourage you to find a happy hour and take the time to review the rules of professional responsibility in their entirety and be sure you understand them. And keep the rules close at hand so that you can refer back to them from time to time. Now, one final thought. There is something else you should do in return, as it were, for the rewards of being a lawyer. Because as lawyers, you are in a position to use your talents to contribute to the betterment of our society by performing voluntary public service, pro bono service, in myriad ways that serve the administration of justice and further the public welfare. It is truly a privilege to have the opportunity to make such a contribution. In that regard, let me mention one particular sort of contribution of considerable importance that this court has long encouraged and championed. You probably are aware of the special character of the bar that you are about to join, that you have joined. The legal community of the District of Columbia is the most committed in the nation to providing pro bono legal representation to those in need. In fact, this is a duty that we have enshrined in our rules of professional conduct. And it is an area where the need for your contribution is indeed very great. So on that score, allow me to express my confidence that you will do your part and contribute as best you can. And indeed, having now bent your ears and shared a few aspirational thoughts with you, I will assure you that I do have confidence in your futures as members of our bar, as lawyers and citizens who will, in the words of the oath you have just taken, demean yourselves uprightly and according to law, and that you will support the Constitution of the United States of America. So with that, I will thank you for your attentiveness to my remarks and conclude by saying that the Court of Appeals is very pleased to give you a warm welcome to our bar. Perhaps we may even look forward to seeing some of you appear before us in future appellate matters. We will be pleased to see you. But whatever course of practice you may choose to follow, we wish all of you good luck, truly the best of luck in your careers. Thank you, and this court now will stand adjourned.
This honorable court is now adjourned.